And he has done it in the World Snooker Championships. Zhao Xintong, the 28-year-old, has become the first player from China to win the World Snooker Championships. An absolutely phenomenal performance against Mark Williams. He's become the first amateur to win at the Crucible, and he's beaten the three-time world champion Williams in doing so. It's been a fantastic tournament for him. In fact, it's been a fantastic few months since he came back from that 20-month ban. He had won just 2 ranking events before this. It's just his 3rd appearance at the World Championships. His previous best was the last 16, but today he has clinched the trophy for the very first time. What an achievement. He's beaten Williams 18 frames to 12. Now, Zhao is tipped to be the sport's next superstar. And indeed, he did knock out, didn't he, the legend of the sport, Ronnie O'Sullivan, in the semi-final. So a magnificent performance from the new world champion, Zhao Xintong. He has won the Snooker World Championships and he's beaten Mark Williams by 18 frames to 12.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your presentation party, Steve Dawson, Chairman of the World Snooker Tour, and Paul Hamilton, owner and CEO of Halo. The runner-up, receiving a cheque for £200,000 and a silver medal. What a run, what a legend of the game, the one and only Mark J. Williams. And the winner, receiving a cheque for £500,000, the trophy and the title, 2025 Halo World Snooker Champion. A star is born, and his name is Zhao Xintong.
Well, the qualifiers for the World Championship began on April the 7th. Zhao Xintong was in action that day. Can you believe he's the last man standing? Look at that smile. He's about to get his hands on the most prized trophy in the sport, presented to every champion since the first back in 1927. In 2025 it belongs to Zhao Xintong.
Zhao Xintong.
So a wonderful 17 days, and what a champion. And we knew that China had strength in depth this year. 10 players, including someone who always seemed likely to be dangerous. My word, he proved to be in the end, because Zhao Xintong is the champion.
How can you not like Zhao Xintong? What a tournament, what a story, what a fairy tale. You can see an incredibly important person to his right, our left. Victoria runs the academy that he plays out of, his girlfriend as well. So many years have gone into this. He turned professional in 2016, came over to Sheffield, relocated. The talent is absolutely undeniable. And Jimmy, I remember in 2022 in the UK Championship, you were talking about this lad from China who was playing on the back tables then, that 5 world champions have since said to me reminds them of a young Jimmy White. Well, he's now there lifting the trophy this year. What a player.
What a player. And he really is what you see on the telly. He is a really nice lad, really graceful. You know, when he lost to O'Sullivan, he applauded him for helping him, and, you know, what he said there about Mark Williams. And it's for me, it's not about the money with him. I think it's just about playing snooker. He's just got that natural gift, and, you know, he's played fantastic. I don't remember if you remember, I said when he beat Jack Jones, I said if the draw pounds out, if he stays with O'Sullivan in the first session, I think he can go on and win it. And he was 4 each with O'Sullivan. Basically, no one's got near him. No one's got near him at all. One qualifier was 10-8, and I think his friend 13-10 in the second round. Apart from that, he's just set the tournament alight out, hasn't he?
Yeah, fantastic, and brilliant pictures that. I always loved that when they had their own national flag as Neil Robertson did 15 years ago this very evening. And he's got that, and it's a beautiful thing, because we spoke about the sort of non-history of China as a snooker nation 30 years ago, then Ding bringing them all to the fore, and then a whole bunch of them coming and winning a bunch of ranking events. And of course he's won the UK Championship before. I also love the fact that we get an interview with him on the floor there, not just a press interview, and then you get a sense of what a sweet lad that he is. You know, there are detractors, but I don't think there will be after tonight, because you get that sense. He's a human being, he's a really nice lad, and that's what you want to see. It's also when you get to see pictures. The last 3 years, actually, at the Crucible, we had Luca Brissell. That was a new visual. Oh, he's the world champion. Then we had Kyron Wilson last year. We're so used to seeing Selby's and Higgins and O'Sullivan and all these guys standing there underneath the kind of spotlights. We've got another one this year, and the tournament, I think, is all the better for it.
Jimmy, something that Al said to us off air is that we've seen a Europe's first, we've seen an Australasia. We're now seeing a continental first for the continent of Asia. And just a word for Victoria, because she's been instrumental in bringing so many Chinese players over, harnessing that talent, making them feel at home in Sheffield. 10 minutes walk away, we're now seeing the result of it.
Absolutely, and obviously it's a business for her, but she also takes care of their accommodation, she takes care of booking restaurants, flights. She really does do a good job, and she kept everyone away from him, because even his tickets were on sale. He didn't take his 10 allocated tickets that he wanted. They went back on sale. She kept him, you know, just with his girlfriend and herself. And me and Rianne was in the Players' Lounge having a cup of tea earlier on, and she was there, and she was telling us that he was there for the last 2 months, 8:30 in the morning till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, practicing on his own. So, you know, and obviously with his suspension, he went back to China, come back, won the Q Tour very easily. So he has put in the work in China, and he's put the work in here. Listen, this kid can win multiple world championships. We've all known about him, and he's just proved at ease he's won this world championship in probably 3rd to 4th gear.